Oh, hello, Cherry. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Now, today we're going to learn about Franklin Pierce, the 14th President of the United States. Franklin Pierce was born in New Hampshire. He was a lawyer and then got into politics. Before he got married, he was a big-time partier. And everyone thought he was real charming and good-looking. He met a lady who was basically the opposite, very boring and shy, and she didn't like to drink at all. So he stopped drinking because of her. Anyway, he ran for president. He was the Democratic nominee. They picked him over people like Sam Houston, who was also looking for the nomination. They picked Franklin Pierce because they called him a dark horse candidate. He was a northerner who actually sympathized with the southern states, slavery and whatnot, and he didn't really have any enemies, so that's why they picked him. And he ended up winning the presidency. He was running against his old general from the Mexican-American War. Franklin Pierce was in the war and got injured, and his commanding officer actually sent him home after he got hurt and called him a coward and whatnot, but everyone back home in New Hampshire considered him a war hero. So he won the nomination. He actually, it's pretty sad because he had 3 sons. All of them died. One of his sons died when he was about 3 days old. The other one died when he was about 2 or 3. And then the last one actually died when he was 11. Franklin Pierce, his wife, and his son were all in a train together. The train wrecked. The son died actually in that train wreck. But, obviously Franklin and the wife were okay. He was during his presidency. There was a couple things like the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which he was in support of, and the Fugitive Slave Act, which he supported. Kind of during this time, the North and South was getting more divided, leading up to the Civil War. And he actually chose as his Secretary of War Jefferson Davis, who ended up being the President of the Confederate States of America. After Franklin Pierce got out of office, he wasn't reelected. He went back home. His wife died, and he started drinking again. He ended up dying from his drinking, basically. Lived a secluded life back in New Hampshire, and he was still alive during the Civil War and basically showed his support to the Confederate States, which got leaked out and people didn't like that. So he was known as kind of like a not very good president, and also, he didn't do well with relations when it came to the North and South against each other. So that's it, and that's all.